G'day gang, Danny! How's it going, folks? We're back in the World of Warcraft on the Human Paladin Artraxius. Adventuring through Silithus. We gotta get Death Clasps. Pincer. Let's do that. Currently level 48. Gonna have to cap my XP at probably. I wonder if I need to do it at. I wonder if I need to do it at 57. I feel like I've done the science behind it before, but I totally forgot because it's been a while. I don't know if Chromie interrupted me last time when I got to about 57 or 58 and said, "Hey, enough of that. Go to the Dragon Isles."
What's on your mind?
Bronzebeard's gone missing again. That dwarf sure didn't get any of his brother's good senses. Hello, Rutger. The commander has sent me here to gather some information about his missing wife. You best have a seat then. This is gonna be a long one. When she arrived in Silithus, Mistress Mara Lith was the first of the Night Elves from the Cenarian Horde to join the expedition. Our routine was nothing out of the ordinary. Form a party to venture into various hives and search for lost artifacts. That sounds dangerous. It sure is. Hang on a second. So rude, isn't it? It sure is. Those hives were abuzz with various Silithid. They were none too happy to see us. Everything was going fine until we came across a glyphed crystal in Hive Regal. She was drawn to it like a moth to a flame. She put her pretty little cheek up against the crystal and instantly entered a trance-like state. Naturally, this worried my crew. We picked her up and carried her out of there with a quickness. What happened to her after that? We took her to the commander with hopes that the druids of the circle could fix her up. Sure enough, they were able to wake her up. We figured our business with the circle was done and we could get back to work. A few weeks passed and everything was going fine. Bran was still around back then, so we had a bit of order in our work structure. Then one day, out of the blue, she appeared back at the camp. Natalia? Are you daft? Who else would I be talking about? Yes, the girl. Mistress Maralith. Anywho, she was back, and not in a good of a mood. That's when the demands started flowing. What demands? She demanded that we immediately head back to Hive Regal. Bran would have none of that sass. He told her that there's no way we would go back into those hives without an army backing us up. It had gotten far too dangerous. The number of those stinking insects seemed to have tripled from when we first ventured into them. That's when Natalia lost it. Lost it? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? She went nutso. The girl went straight crazy on us. Now, ordinarily I don't hit girls, but after I recovered from the blackout, I was pretty damned angry. Bran, Rutger, me, and the monkey went... Wait a minute, you're Rutger. What? And the monkey went positively hawking her. It's a miracle we were able to fend her off. She seemed almost possessed. Possessed by what? Who knows? Anyhow, that was the last I saw of her. Maybe Franco can give you better information. Not to stay off topic here, as I'm sure the work you're doing for the commander is important, but we're onto something huge here. Huge! Our requests to Ironforge for an army have so far fallen on deaf ears. Apparently, we're stretched too thin in protecting our realm on some such nonsense. Once you take your report back to the commander, come back here with some friends. We need your help. I'll be back once I strain this mess out.
Watch your back.
Wait, so you're Rutger? That's Frankel. Why did you say Rutger? Mate, he was so freaking out. He was freaking out, he was. Glib. Bran Bronzebeard's pet monkey.
Hi.
Hi? Look out at the heavens, Laren. The dragon flights have not been seen in this area for 1,000 years. Those Kiraji are up to something. I just know it. Hello, Frankel. I've heard that you might have some information as to the whereabouts of Mistress Natalia Marilith. Oh, brother, not this again. Have a seat, sonny. I'm sure Rutka has told you some of the story already, so I'll spare you the boring details and get right down to the nitty-gritty. That's what I like to hear. Right then, so the mistress had come back for a second to go at the hives, but Bran was having none of that nonsense. Before the melee began, she started talking to something, or someone. Crazier still, she started chanting in a language none of us had ever heard. That's odd. You're telling me? It's even stranger considering between Bran, Rutka, and me and the monkey, we know 38 different languages, including a touch of Titan, both Vanir and Aesir. So anyway, whatever she was click-clacking about, it definitely wasn't with anyone present. She then nodded and went on the offensive, attacked us outright. You couldn't handle a lone night elf priestess? Listen, sonny, I'll have you know that whatever attacked us was no priestess of nothing. Her eyes were aglow with something evil, and she was genuinely frothing at the mouth. She came in, did some kind of crazy scream that sent us all running in separate directions, then start flaying our man one by one. I'd be hearing shadowy words in my head, watching the others periodically black out here and there. It was madness. We would have been done for if it weren't for that damn monkey. I've been meaning to ask you about that monkey. What's there to ask? He's a monkey, you crazy fool. Anyhow, so yeah, the monkey went into a frenzy after seeing O'Brien flop into the sand face first. Nothing like the night elf could do was stop and glib from there, pounding on a noggin. Then what? I tell you, then what? She went running straight for the half, and you know what's crazier? Not a single damn bug got in her way or tried to stop her. She ran through them as if she'd been best friends with them for centuries. What a story. So she went in the Hive Regal, and that was the last you saw of her? Yep. Oh, thanks for the information, Frankel.
Safe travels.
Dearest Natalia. Commander Marilith's voice rings out from the shard, whether she is alive or dead. I must do what is right. She must be found. Alas, I am bound by duty to this outpost. Will you help me once more, Artraxius? Yes, level 49. Protection points are available. Strength of Conviction, your Shield of the Righteous, and Word of Glory. 10% increased healing. Spending Holy Power grants you 1% haste. Resolute Defender. Each 3 Divine Power you spend reduces the cooldown. So I need spend 1 more point before I can go down here. Okay, so let's grab that. And I'll reduce the cooldown on those. Fantastic. Okay. Ready to continue.
Talk to me.
Glyph chasing. After our initial foray to the Hives and Mistress Marilith's subsequent madness, the 3 eyes have been spewing out bugs. The increased activity might be tied into the glyphs covering those strange crystals. If I can get rubbings of those crystals and the glyphs on them, we might be able to make sense of this madness. Take the transcription set and you hit Hive Regal to the east, Artraxius. That's the last rubbing I need.
Be good. What's on your mind?
I think I can formulate an elixir that will allow us to more readily decipher the glyphs and language of the Silither and the Karaji. What do I need? Oh, glad you asked. I need brains. Normally I'd need a brain from each Silither type that inhabits the Hives. Another brave explorer brought me 2 of them here, and never came back from Hive Regal. Yeah, bring me back a Silither brain from Hive Regal, and be careful not to end up like him.
See you soon.
Alright, so we have quests to go there. I will go back and hand in that quest, just in case we have further quests that require us to go over here. So let's just quickly Hearthstone back to the Oasis Inn. Wait a minute. Oh, good. For a second I was like, hang on a second. Is the Oasis Inn here? Or is that in Tanaris or something? Uh-oh. Okay. Which I'm sure it wouldn't have been, because we've bound in other places since then. But anyway, Oh, hang on. Still haven't found my bag? Well, I shouldn't count my lucky stars. Well, at least the poison's been cleansed. Yes, you brought my satchel back, and my rare ingredient reagents are all here. I'll be in your debt for a long time. I've got to choose a reward. Increase maximum mana. Increase agility. Well, I'd get nothing from agility, do I? Versatility. Critical... I mean... what are we talking about here? I don't really need to worry about mana. I'll just take that. Oh, thanks for fighting my reagents. Ugh, a poison made me a bit tired, mate. Spectacular fashion. That dude goes straight back to sleep. Okay. So that was the end of that quest line. Greetings. I'll need the creature's pincers proof of the deed.
Farewell.
Ah, excellent. With Death Clasp gone, we're free to use the Southern Mountain Range as a strategic path to circumvent the Silithid hives. Your work is greatly appreciated.
Go in peace.
Alright, no follow-up. Yep.
Kishnuala.
Into the Maw of Madness. I need you to venture into High Regal and find what became of my dearest Natalia Artraxius. This will be no easy task for you. Before you dive headlong into the Maw of Madness, make sure that you speak with those dwarves further. They might be able to give you some tips on dealing with the Silithid that inhabit the hive, and Artraxius. If she truly is as mad as they say, you do what you must.
May the stars guide you.
Alright, so we have multiple quests taking us there. We've spoken to the dwarves already. I don't know if they'll have any further information for us, so I think we'll just go straight into High Regal. It looks like it's going to be quite an adventure. We are 3 of 5 now. One's got to do with Natalia, one's got to do with the mystery. So I imagine this is going to wrap up Silithus. And if that's the case, then I imagine this quest is simply, you know, related to traveling through time or something. In a different layer. So I probably should just fly over all these guys and go straight into the mouth of the mouth of madness, the Maw of Madness. Compound eye. Oh, it's just junk. Okay, so I don't know which way to go. I imagine all paths eventually lead somewhere. Would that not be a fair assessment? All paths lead somewhere. Sometimes they lead in, sometimes they lead out, sometimes they lead into a dead end, but they lead somewhere. Brian Bronzebeard's lost letter. To whom it may concern, if you're reading this, I'm either dead or soon to be dead. It's hard to say. Most of the crew is dead anyhow. Found information about a titan, great battle between him and an old god. Yes, a bona fide old god. Found ancient tunnel leading to Anchorage. Taking it. Take this letter to my old camp. Make sure my monkey is getting adequate food, water, and hugs. Especially the hugs. Brand Bronzebeard. Explorer Extreme. P.S. Watch out for the crazy old god-worshipping knight of... Ah. I see. There's an old god in... And Anchorage is there? Got a cloak, 132. Oh yeah, throw that on. throw that on. Now I really stand out. So, looking at this... Oh, interesting, we don't actually have a map for this particular area. Well, I got a Silithid brain. Still, now do I take the brain back first? That's the question. Obtain an intact. Okay, because we're getting a rubbing, so I bring the rubbing back, and then they can break the code. I think that'll be. I think that's good enough. I hope. I hope. So I've got to back it up. I'm nearly 900 yards away. I might be a little bit too far off, actually. Going through this particular tunnel. I have to see if there's another one before I get too deep. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of the overworld dungeons that you have access to, not instant dungeons, or instance dungeons, rather, they would have little maps, but this one doesn't have one, so... I'd imagine I need to find an entrance down over there somewhere. If there is indeed a entrance, yes, it looks like there is. Let me just go have a look if there's one over here. There is one over there. There's multiple entrances. And I don't know if they all connect. Alright, that's probably the closest to the objective. So we'll take this one. This puts me 400 yards away. Although it's taking me further away from the arrow. Further away and closer at the same time. Oh, that's not that. That's what I want. There we go. That's the arrow I want. I had the wrong thing selected. Taking some damage, but I can deal with it. Aha, there she is. Some booties. So, High Priestess of Cthulhu. Cthulhu, the old god. Which I might actually have some information on that. Let's have a look. Cthulhu. Is there a little story? Ah, it doesn't give you a story about it. There's no background information, okay. That's what I like about some of the, well, pretty much all the other raids, I guess. thing going on from Burning Crusade? No. Wrath of the Lich King? No. Cataclysm? No. Mists? Maybe I'm not looking at the right panel or something. I'm sure they had storyline for them. I think it would tell you... Oh, here we go, here we go. Hang on a second, I've been looking at the wrong thing. So I can't click on those ones. Okay, so those ones no good, but here we go. Nope, nope, you can't do it for them either. Surely. No, okay. Cataclysm. Here we go. Okay, so from Cataclysm onward, yeah, it gives you a little bit of background information on the enemy you're about to fight, which is cool. I like that, and also of the raid itself. But they hadn't gone back and done it for all the other ones. That's interesting. I would have thought they would have gone retroactively and done, you know, filled in the blanks, Lady Death Whisper and all that sort of stuff. Why is she there? What's her deal? What's up with the Ice Crown Citadel? A little bit of background. Anyway. Let's get Natalia. Clearly she doesn't want to talk. Cthuna's got her all decked out. Oh, there's that scream. Not gonna work on me. Not gonna mind flay me. By the power of the light! Natalia down. Let's get that rubbing. The crystal is covered in intricate glyphs and runes. You can't make sense of any of it. Use a transcription device to gather a rubbing. Done. Okay, so let's get out of here. If I just charge through... Whoops. Straight into a dead end. Make use of the mini-map up there. It'll help you out. What are you doing in here, Landion? Landlion?
How may I help?
Soon we shall rid Azeroth of the Sylphids. Abominable presence. Their potential for Oh, he's gone. What? What was he doing there? He talks about ridding Azeroth of these bugs and all that. Right? And then he just disappears when the first hint of trouble. As soon as he's confronted with a bug, he's like, oh, didn't sign up for this one. I'll see you later. Night Elves? Couple bars away from level 50. I wonder if we'll reach it now. Couple of 4 bubbles. 4 bubbles to go. 4 little bars. Got you. Alright, up into the skies. Got 16 minutes on my Hearthstone, so I'll have to flat back over there, I guess. We'll see if this actually finishes up the zone, because I thought I'd be here for a little bit longer, to be honest. So I'll have to look at where we go next.
You got my attention. Off with you. Watch your back. Be good.
Oh dear.
Off with you.
Well, this explains a lot. If you ever find a way to Anchorage, you keep an eye out for the old Bran. I'm afraid that he'll be powerless without his monkey. Bran's a trusty pick.
Be good.
If you find some crazy night elf lass in there, be sure to give her a kick in the duff.
Off with you.
I can't make heads or tails out of these glyphs. I've never seen anything like it. I hope Frankel's research can shed some light on the mess.
Watch your back.
Alright, Frankel.
How are ya?
Go play with a monkey, kid. I don't have time for this.
Off with you.
Oh, outstanding. Don't wander off too far, kid. We might need you to take on another task or two.
Watch your back.
Level 50. Oh, we might actually have another task. Okay. We're not quite done yet. But we are level 50. And level 50 sees us pick up. I don't know, actually. Speed and avoidance increased. Divine purpose. Holy power ability is a 50% chance to make your next holy power ability free. Holy generation is tripled. Your next word of glory echoes onto a nearby ally. Consecration heals you. Consecration heals me. I'll take that.
Here there.
I'm unraveling the mystery. Oh, we're on the verge of a breakthrough, Artraxius. The rubbings you recovered have allowed us to recreate the glyphs on this crystalline prism. They are apparently a means for the Karaji and other unknown entities to communicate various messages to the Silithid. Unfortunately, that is all we could get out of the glyphs. We need to find a way to unlock the messages hidden within the crystals. You take the crystal prism to geologist Larksblade Bane at Cenarion Hold. She might be able to help, man.
Off with you.
Tongue twisting me all over the place. Okay. So we'll go back to Cenarion Hold and see what happens. Back to Cenarion Hold.
Great to meet you.
Oh ma, what do we have here, Artraxius?
Keep your feet on the ground.
The reason the dwarves could not decipher the glyphs is because there is nothing to decipher. The shifting outer layer of the prism must properly align with the inner crystal's markings in order for the message to be transmitted. While we should be able to translate this data, we must first unlock the code. There is only one clue on the surface of the prism. Assuming the rubbings were transferred correctly, and it looks grim.
Off with you. What's on your mind?
Alright,
Watch your back.
so maybe over time she'll figure that out.
Peace be with you.
Cthulhu? What is the meaning of all this? What is Cthulhu? How could this fiend have turned my sweet Natalia into the monster that you described?
Good luck.
I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know how, but it happened. Alright, so we are now done with the zone, it looks like. Feels kind of unresolved, but that's where the quest took us. Now, I can confirm one thing. I can confirm that that quest is from a different time zone. And I'll tell you why I know this. Because as I was flying back from here to there, suddenly a massive sword appeared out of nowhere. I don't know how this happened exactly, whether it was because I hit level 50 or what it was. But anyway, I had to go back over here and talk to her to take me back to this time zone. And so that's what's happened. Now, so we don't have to worry about the quest. I've done Silithus. So I guess we go to Perilous. Let me have a look at what quests I've got. So we've got the Blasted Lands. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. This might be an opportunity to go back on the other side. We've been over here for a fair few zones. This might be an opportunity. We can always come back to Perilous, because we might actually end up coming back down this way. So let's see where this quest takes us. The Blasted Lands. Netherguard needs you. Take a portal from the caverns. Or take this portal, I imagine. To the Blasted Lands.